Herschel Walker and his cartoon campaign just crashed into a pile of receipts that he insists are a flat-out lie, and his nonsense on the campaign trail has earned him a solid 5 dripping Giulianis on the fail scale. Herschel was encouraged to run by such political stable geniuses as hurricane nuker Donald Trump and the turtle-faced secret house party guy he posts about on Truth Social. Herschel is the only one who can unite the party, defeat Senator Warnock, and help us take back the Senate. I look forward to working with Herschel in Washington to get the job done. Can I get a bump? The party of family values has chosen not to side with Walker's family, specifically his son, who dropped some savage tweets and video that will be tougher to spin than the abandoned tires on Lauren Boebert's boozy crash Jeep.
He was hailed from right here. He came in from this location.
This is the best Ohio fail since Hello Cleveland and Spinal Tap. Unfortunately, this isn't a clip from one of the greatest comedies of all time. It is The Dumbest President of All Time, reminding a crowd of bendy straw Kool-Aid gulpers that no matter how many times he calls Biden Sleepy Joe, Diaper Don has no idea where he is or what he's doing. It is pouring MAGA tears. Human helmet advertisement Herschel Walker denies paying for an abortion, and his party is rallying behind him because even though this baby's got serious problems, they want to try and carry it to term. By popular demand, I am back with a new, genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book. Check out the latest in stupid and more. Marjorie Dog the Bounty Hunter Green tweeted, MAGA, America First, Christian nationalism, faith, family, freedom. These are all terms the lying left has tried to label as bad. They are failing. People are not stupid. We are winning. I never get tired of winning, ever. And I never back down, ever. Naturally, I replied, Christian nationalism is against freedom. They want a government for a particular people by a particular people. MTG is pals with terrorist org The Proud Boys, and her Taliban Barbie-level views are as horrific as her hammered spam can feet. Definitely not a good dude. Herschel Walker has said he supports an abortion ban with no exceptions. I don't need to get into specifics because no exceptions includes teenager expecting a baby with 16 pumpkin heads. No exceptions. Hitler using a time machine to impregnate Melania Trump with an Adolf clone. No exceptions. Herschel Walker's girlfriend isn't ready to have a child and he is not interested in having another. Exceptions. Thankfully, most opposed to his extreme views, and according to the Daily Beast, the pro-life Chinese wind fighter paid for his ex-girlfriend's abortion. She then supported these claims with a receipt from the clinic, a card from Walker, and a bank slip that included an image of a signed $700 personal check from Herschel Walker. She had the clinic receipt, the card, and the check with a signature match that would definitely get a pass from the guy on Pawn Stars with that big camera on his iPad. If Walker wants to pay for an abortion for someone that wants to have one, that's fine. But campaigning on taking away the rights for others to do the same and lying about it is not.
Well, he without sin cast the first stone. Mm-hmm. And does my opponent believe in redemption, who's been a pastor? That's what's so funny. And I say that because I'm not going to get into what has happened with him in his past. I want him to do what's going on with his policy. Mm-hmm. And he's talking about something that I was a part of over 15 years ago, maybe even longer. Over 15 years ago.
I think the past is pretty important when it involves putting a gun to someone's head. In a 2008 interview, his ex-wife said Walker threatened her with a gun on multiple occasions. Walker's threats and alleged menacing behavior toward his ex-wife, Cindy Grossman, and other women date back to at least 2001. Herschel Walker has never denied his ex-wife Cindy's accusations of violence. He just says it's the past. It says a lot about the state of the world when people were walking out of stadiums because this football player took a knee, and the same party that thought that was disgusting are going all in with the football player that doesn't deny putting guns to heads, paid for the thing he's campaigning against, rambles about Chinese air and bringing the economy down between playing whack-a-mole with all the new kids that keep popping up on the campaign trail.
I stayed silent as the atrocities committed against my mom were downplayed. I stayed silent when it came out that my father, Herschel Walker, had all these random kids across the country, none of whom he raised. And my favorite issue to talk about is father absence. Surprise, because it affected me.
It's the party of family values.
He has 4 kids, 4 different women, wasn't in the house raising one of them. he was out having sex with other women. Do you care about family values?
You ever been to a buffet and like a really big, like morbidly obese person walks in and you see like the staff get nervous, like, oh, we're going to lose money today. That's how Ancestry DNA would feel if they got a kit from Herschel Walker. Folks, we're going to lose money on this one, okay?
I was silent lie after lie after lie. The abortion card drops yesterday. It's literally his handwriting in the card. They say they have receipts, whatever. He gets on Twitter. He lies about it. Okay, I'm done. Done. Everything has been a lie.
Tell us how you really feel, Christian.
And so for the right to say I'm being suspicious for saying, hey, I'm done with the lies, when you all have been calling me saying, is this true about your dad? Gosh, we're not going to win Georgia, this candidate, all that's been you.
This is not about black or white. It's about lies and hypocrisy and a party that backs that.
You have no idea what I've been through in my life. You have no idea what me and my mom have survived. We could have ended this on day one. We haven't.
Again, the GOP has completely written off everything he's saying. The party of family values will not hear a thing from Herschel Walker's children. For those new to the show, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. For months, I've been reading a genuine page each week from Lauren Boebert's book. Today, we continue from where we left off as Lauren and her husband continue their elaborate plan to steal buns for their food stall. Let's get back to it. Jason dragged the Rices and his ankle monitor inside the garage and planted himself near the beer fridge. We kept our distance from the make it rain hole he'd made above the wooden dance pole, so he worked through his Coors and Newports and let the China Kibble do their white magic while directing me to his ex's dusty box. It smelled so musky, but he pushed me to go deep inside. "Come on, Brodsky, I know it's in there," he sweetly shouted over the Ted Nugent playing from our ghetto blaster. I turned her old box inside out, and just when I thought it was all over, I found what I was looking for. "Sorry, you two, but your Lefty Ireland music was wrong." I held up the specs and smiled, and Jason nearly fell over with excitement. "You just scored my ex's naughty student glasses," he shouted. "There's a whole little outfit that goes with those. It's gonna be really small, but I hope you find it someday." I slipped the glasses on my face and looked around. No change at all. These glasses were broken, so I don't think they were gonna work for a disguise. He said they're just quality BPA plastic lenses, so you'll see the same, but you will look different. You think you recognize me? Nope. I have pretty glasses from an adult video store. He yanked his leg out of the China Kibble, and his ankle monitor looked operational, so it was game on from here. Jason with a Y dragged the container beneath the make it rain hole he cut in the ceiling for me, and it began to fill with water. This was a total left turn, but I did not question his motivation. I never do. I left him at the wild man stuff while I went back in the house to get my makeup going. I put some InfoWars on to relax while I worked the spatula and foam rollers for that natural Lauren look. You know I'm classified as morning hot by the manager Craig at the dance place Lady Buns. I should ask him if I can get a morning hot plaque just to shut up the haters. I'd put that next to my house number, or maybe on the back of our truck. I was good to go and found my hubs with a blowtorch giving it to the Rices. The plastic container was bubbling so much, it reminded me of the boils on Jason's skin from his steroid days. It was like hugging the packing stuff you pop. I don't know a lot about NASA things, but I remember seeing a space movie, and when I saw the moon, I was like, wow, that's my husband's back. And then the girl next to me got all up in my grill because I was talking in the movies. The film had no guns or explosions, and I was bored, so this was my out. I dumped my Mountain Dew on her head and then pulled the fire alarm. The crazy thing was, I was there with Jason, but he fell asleep after chugging a Mickey of gin, and I had to zip his pants up and slap him awake before the Donut Squad gave us the gears for defending ourselves. It was like a fairy tale. I hope you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Booze Burp's latest book. If you have, please let me know in the comments, and I'll consider reading another page in the near future. Thank you.
I got a call from Netflix saying, hey, we know you have a strong foot in this inspirational world. We want to open an inspirational division here at Netflix. Had 3-4 meetings with them over a couple months. Gave them some great projects for television or for series or for movies. They still didn't make the move on it. I think there's such a weird ideology in there. They're afraid I still think they want to, but they're afraid, oh my gosh, we'll get a backlash from within the Hollywood elite if we do a movie that's got a positive message in it. And, so it's unfortunate. I always joke that if I played a radical Islamic pedophile terrorist in a movie, I'd get nominated for an Academy Award. And that's really a weird world we're in right now.
To be fair, Kevin, the pedophiles in films are usually Catholic priests. Check out Spotlight. And I think you've been prank called by Netflix. This boglin-faced, mop-head D-list actor is more wooden than a lumber mill. Go look at recent Oscar-winning roles, and you'll see what he's talking about is nonsense. And there are plenty of popular, inspirational, and positive films. Blockbuster ones, many on Netflix, including The Theory of Everything, Hidden Figures, Dallas Buyers Club, The Blind Side, Good Will Hunting, 42, The King's Speech. But Kevin has one message that he thinks is positive, and that's believe in his God or leave. Kevin Sorbo movies are just ridiculous. There's Against the Tide, billed as a science movie against atheism. That's like making a nutrition film against vegetables. Or God's Not Dead, with 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, an average rating of 3.4 to 10, and a consensus that reads, deploying sledgehammer theatrics instead of delivering its message with a dose of good faith, God's Not Dead makes for bad drama and an unconvincing argument to the unconverted. I don't see Biden signs outside houses. Nobody likes him. Trump forever. MAGA tears. I just hate his sense of humor. Just not for me. MAGA tears. When you fill up your truck, you probably are happy to be helping the agenda. MAGA tears. You wouldn't last 5 minutes in my town, Nancy. MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by sharing this video or posting it on your social media. It'll cost you nothing and makes a huge difference for me. If you can afford to, please hit the super thanks button or tip me via PayPal, and be sure to check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries. I've supported Jim Jefferies on 5 of his tours. I have 3 albums on Spotify and Apple Music. Be sure to check them out. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.